Hello everybody, welcome back. Well, let's have a look at what the heck has been going on. Rekt City all over the place. This is pretty bad now. So we've got the Death Cross retest 4 hourly, got another Death Cross retest here. We've got a little bit of an overheated Death Cross retest over here. And the obvious thing happened. The opposite of a V-shaped recovery. And that's where we are. This is your 4 hourly with no bullish divergence brewing on it at all. So still pointing down. Take it to a daily, what do we see? Well, we're coming down to that 91,000 area that we were referring to. It's a bit of a horizontal, if anything. If you want to just go through the cake, slice through the pie, there we have it, 91,500. So that kind of target has been met. But if we lose this area, it's like what we were saying yesterday. Bang, bang. These things are on the table, and again, no real bullish divergence to be had here. So if it does have to come down lower, so be it. That might have to be the case, and that would be the target of 85,600. Oh my god, how will we survive with $85,000 per Bitcoin? I'm sure we'll be alright. I'm sure we'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, it is disappointing, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. But there is a flip side to all of this, and again, it isn't the greatest thing you've ever seen in the world, but we have now come down to the 20 moving average on the weekly. So higher term timeframes would normally suggest a decent reaction from here. You know, it would. I don't think we're going to have a long drawn out consolidation like we did last year, or I bloody hope we don't, because if that is the case, we're talking 70s. But, you know, if we do sort of find a support, or at least a support around here and a bounce around here, this could be pretty sweet, because it's 65% of the time you do find yourself bouncing from the centre of a Bollinger Band and actually reversing, going towards the top of the Bollinger Band, which would point to a new all-time high. But the day after, the minute after, the second after the dump, obviously saying something like that, you know, that's just it would appear like hopium, but it is hopium, but it's also, statistical likelihood of a bounce is greater. You know, you're more likely to see a bounce from here. I always say on the Patreon, I say, look, 65% is okay odds. You know, they're not the greatest odds. If I was sitting in a bed, some doctor said to me, goes, listen, mate, 65% chance you're going to make it through this. I'd be like, oh, bloody hell. That's not great odds. But in trading, you know, you go, alright, 65%, okay, I suppose it's worth a shot, you know, worth a shot. At least I can put a stop loss in at this, just a little lower than this area. And then it becomes more attractive. So yeah, I mean, that's what it is right now. However, if it loses the plot, then all the way down, into the mid-80s. But my problem is that obviously we've whacked it all the way down here with no bullish divergence, and you know, I like to see bull div on the way down to supports. If I don't see that, I'm not a fan. So have a look at the S&P, continuing with its downwards slide. So on Sunday's stream, I was saying most things don't look very good, to be honest with you. The only thing that looked quite good was Ethereum, but Ethereum is very much going to be moving alongside wherever Bitcoin wants to go, which is obviously we can see now down. As I said, look, if we close down, we close red, then that's often a sign that the stocks will will open red, because they'll see crypto as a bit of a pre-market, and that is often the case. And so we've seen it. So stocks closed down a little bit, 0.5%, but still closed down, and they're more or less unchanged in the pre-market today. So that is that. It is what it is. Even my beautiful silver trade, I had to close. However, I will be looking to open another one of these. That's the beauty about the trading markets. You don't have to completely trade crypto exclusively. You can move into other stuff. And I am honestly starting to be a little bit disenchanted by this whole crypto stuff. I'm always going to do it. Don't get me wrong. I was talking about this on the Patreon. I'm always going to do it. But it has been more boring than more normal cycles. That doesn't mean that it's not been profitable. I mean, it's still up hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of percent, but it's just boring. Do you know what I mean? It's just boring, you know. And you having to wait all this time for a decent setup, you know. Oh, it's just boring. Is the best way to explain it. You know, other markets are boring as well, but you have to choose which is the most boring, and then move to the one that's ever so slightly less boring than that. And I found myself trading silver. As I bought, look what you've done to me, crypto. Trading silver. A shadow of the man I used to be. Right, so that is the deal. There is nothing much more to say other than that. We're just going to have to allow for this consolidation to either end here, bounce and reverse on that 20 moving average, or we're just going to have to ride it out much further down to that 200 exponential, $86,000. Fingers crossed we don't have to see that first, but if we did, again, odds are in favour of a bouncy bounce and a V-shaped recovery. Right, I kind of got to go because, believe it or not, I've got a kid's bed arriving today at 7 in the morning, so I've got to get up and ready for that. Right, thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.